Welcome to this episode of Hampton Roads Business Live. Today our guest is Jerry Leary from Lawn Pro. How you doing, Jerry?
Oh, doing great.
That's good. That's good. All right, let's talk about the services that your company provides. Can you just kind of go through that a little bit?
We basically will take care of a piece of property totally. The only thing that, of course, we don't take care of is, of course, the trees. We're not tree experts, nor are we sprinkler experts. But what we do is we have a relationship with tree companies as well as sprinkler companies. Should a company or customer, residential or commercial, need those entities, I will forward it to the appropriate company and resolve their problem. But we will take care of a piece of property totally from there on
Now,
through.
that's commercial or residential?
Either one. We have senior citizens retirement communities we take care of. We have community associations. We take care of banks. We run the full gamut of commercial properties as well as residential lawns.
Right.
And of course, each one of those is slightly different. Your commercial, they like to have it done early in the morning so that when the parking lot fills up, there's not grass all over the cars. And in a residential, we don't want to wake them up, so it's a little bit later. So both of them basically work very well together.
All right. And so you cut grass and you trim or edge.
We trim, edge, fertilize, we mulch, we prune, dethatch, aerate, and seed.
Okay. All right.
And also we can design a landscaping environment if they want a fresh change and show them introductions of new species of plants and vegetation that will suit their lifestyle.
Yeah, enhance the property.
Exactly.
Well, I know the companies like it because it's the first impression that people get is the outside of the office or whatever, and all. And of course, homeowners like that too. Okay, so let's take someone is interested in possibly a residential job of having you take care of their house. What's the process there?
Basically, they can either call me, email me, text me. I keep a smart book and a phone, so I have instant communication with anybody within 2 or 3 minutes of contacting me, just to let me know. Then what I'll do is I'll go out and analyze the property, because in analyzing it, it tells me what type of equipment that I need to do the job correctly. Do I need a mulching unit, side discharge, or do I need a grass catching unit to be on there? Is there a lot of leaves? Is there a lot of debris from too many trees in the property? Is it shady? Is it sunny? Those types of variables dictate what is going to go on that property to maintain it and to follow through on subsequent visits to keep it at its optimal conditions.
Do you go to a property? Well, then I guess you give them a price of
Yes,
what
sir.
does it cost. Okay, and are your contracts 6 months, 3 months, year?
We run a year.
A year.
And
Okay.
based upon the account, and I usually will tell them in a fairly short period of time what length of time I would consider that we can get it to where it's acceptable to them as well as to myself. Most of them that we get usually are pretty bad shape. They've been neglected for quite a period of time as far as the maintenance is concerned.
Okay, and then of course you set a time. Is it like once a week that you do?
We come out every week to maintain the property, and in that time frame, we just don't go out to make a visit. What we do is we go out to make a change. By that I mean, do we need to mow it? Do we need to prune it? Do we need to address the weeds in the shrub area? Do we need to address the weeds in the turf area? Are there weeds in the cracks and crevices of the sidewalk, driveway? Those types of things, so that when each month is completed, all those tasks are also completed, so we can start moving forward with other things that need to be addressed on the property. So we're not sitting there with a hit list that is insurmountable. So we tackle it systematically.
All right, and when you're doing this type of a service, I assume that, especially residential, that pets and all are concerned, that people have a concern with fertilizer and other things that you might be using around the property, I would also assume that the stuff you're using is pet friendly.
Exactly. We don't run around with a magic wand. Every yard is walked, and it's walked. We put down what I call dry fertilization, which is a granular product. The calibration is the same on mine as it would be any account that we take care of. So they're calibrated on a daily basis. There's different means of making sure that what goes out is consistent throughout the entire day. If weeds are spotted, they're spot sprayed. We're not putting out a product for the entire property simply because we're trying to stop something on one small area. And of course, when I started this, I had 5 dogs, 2 cats, and a rabbit. So,
wow.
You
live in Norfolk Zoo or what?
Yeah, it seems that way. I was going to charge admission, but I decided everybody could see the animals for free.
Yeah.
But we have creatures in our environment, and we have to take care of those, and those take care of us. And if we don't, then we have problems. When's the last time we saw a hummingbird? Okay, we're killing them. And we're killing other species that are beneficial to us. Well, why are we doing that? Because we've been putting products out that all along have been harming our environment, and now we're, of course, paying the consequences. When's the last time we saw a crayfish?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what you use is environmentally friendly.
Yes, sir.
And safe around pets
and
stuff.
We use most of our products are organic for a reason.
Okay, now you mentioned that you do landscaping services where you can help design a new look.
We can do that, and what we do with ours is we can put out a timeline on the design itself, either be 5, 10, or up 20 years down the road, and you can see it as it's maturing and see if through that maturity process, is it too much, okay? Because a lot of landscapes wind up getting overgrown in a very short period of time, so you don't want to pack a lot of things into it. Let it grow into itself, right. Okay? Most companies, quantity equals price, and that's not the approach that we take. It's make it aesthetically pleasing and let it grow into itself.
I see. Okay, and now, when you're cutting grass, is there is a certain height that you would optimally leave the grass at?
We like to leave the grass at about 3 3/4 after it's mowed, and that is derived from several factors. There's a lot involved in it. First, we check the tire pressures on the rear wheels, and we check the tire caster, and we also balance out the deck. Okay, Believe it or not, most people don't think that a deck gets out of balance, and it does. Once that's done, then of course we sharpen the blades every day. We've got fresh blades on there. There's a reason why blades are sharp. Just try to take, for instance, if you cut yourself with a razor blade, then take that same and use a bottle that was just broken and run that across your arm, which is going to heal faster. The razor blade cut, because it's nice and clean. If it's not clean, the grass, the blade that you just cut, you have pathogens that would love to get into that blade and start a problem for you. Okay, so it's paramount to heal that grass as rapidly as possible. Nice sharp blade, okay?
It affects the roots too, doesn't it?
It certainly does, because they say what you leave at the top, your roots will match it at the bottom. And that's for fescue. Your zoysia, St. Augustine, centipede, and Bermuda like to be cut a little bit shorter. But don't cut them too short where you're going to wind up putting more water on it than necessary. Don't forget, Shade is a beneficial product of a lawn. It slows the evaporation. It stops weeds from growing because there's shade there. You have a hard time growing weeds in shade. If it's sunny and you cut it excessively short, sun will come in and germinate the weed seeds, and off you go.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you coming by. And if you're looking, whether you're a business or a homeowner, and you're looking for lawn maintenance, lawn service company that can handle you year-round, do you do work year-round?
We do that.
And offer you a good service, and give Jerry a call, let him come out and give you a quote. And all the information to contact him is on the page below. So I thank you for coming out.
Thank you.
With us today.
I appreciate it.
All righty. Thanks.